What is up guys, Lack of Skills here, back with another video, the last video actually of the legendary skill training. This will be the 100 and 200 video. This will be done in a multitude of parts. The first part of course will be procuring a metric ton of vegetable soup. And you might ask me, why the vegetable soup? Well, because vegetable soup allows you to keep spamming power attacks and therefore stun your opponent into taking an L. So, after I have ran around the map for some hours making a bunch of notes, I figured out the best way to create a bunch of vegetable soup. So, what you want to do is you want to go to all these lovely farms here. The Dragon's Reach Kitchen. And of course there are also a good bunch of farms around. These farms are useless, don't go here. There's a farm here with some cabbages near Iverstead. Then you can obviously go to Iverstead there to pick up some cabbages there. Merryfair has some cabbages. You can go to Katla's farm. If you sell Katla one potato, you can also loot the inside of her house. It has a bunch of potatoes and cabbages, so that's worth doing. Markarth has a Salvius farm. That's some more potatoes and cabbages and leeks. And then you have obviously here in Whiterun. Whiterun is the best place where we are now. So simply, in short, what you want to do is you want to go here, to these farms here, to that farm, to this farm, to the farm here near Iverstead, to Iverstead itself, and to the Merryfair farm, and you want to buy up all their leeks, tomatoes, and cabbages, and potatoes. That's what you need. Now, those are just farm. You can just go and farm them. Now, obviously, there are specific ways to help people to get access to their stuff. Now, first what we will do is we will go in Whiterun, and we will go talk to the innkeeper here. Now, what you want to do is you want to bring some firewood. Firewood you can get anywhere by chopping wood pretty much with a woodcutter's axe. And then you want to talk to her, and as you can see, over here, this is all marked as steel, right? The tomatoes. But if we do this,
I enjoy this work well enough.
I have firewood to sell.
For honest work.
We sell her all the firewood,
Anything else, just let me know.
and then this becomes non-steel, so you can take all the tomatoes. So that's what we want to do. We want to take all her tomatoes, because for vegetable soup, tomatoes are always the bottleneck. So we want to take all our tomatoes here. Very lovely. Please move, lady.
Work you're looking for? Hulda's the one to talk.
Well, actually, I'm looking for some clam, if you get what I'm saying. Haha, that's a bad joke for the video.
If you need
You're welcome.
food or drink, speak to Hulda.
Right, so, and you can obviously check all the barrels as well. A good note also is check the barrels inside the cities, in the larger cities, in Rift and Solitude and in Whiterun, because sometimes the barrels will also have tomatoes or leeks. So, let's see. Oh, here, potatoes, very nice. That's randomized. Then you have Carlotta here with a lot of tomatoes. Now what you can do, there's two things you can do. You can either choose to brawl with Mikkel, but on legendary difficulty it will be hard to beat him. Or you can simply just go and buy the tomatoes off her. And the potatoes and the leeks. There you go, lovely. I assume you have some money, right? And the cabbages. So that's the most important thing you need are potatoes, tomatoes, leeks, and cabbages. So if you go to all those locations that I mentioned, you can easily get a lot of that stuff for free, and into Dragon's Reach, obviously. So the next location we will go to is going to Katla's farm here. And what we will do there is simply talk to this lady. So you just pick up one potato from her here. Oh, bitch, you're joking. Okay, she didn't lock it yet, that's lucky.
You lost?
No, not really, I just want to sell you some things.
My husband handles the indoor.
I have potatoes, so I always sell the potatoes because they're easier to get.
Honest pay for honest work.
You probably want to sell one potato to her instead of all your potatoes. So don't do it, do as I say, not as I do. Sell her one potato.
You're a guest. And Father said
And you can take all her potatoes and cabbages and, well, the potatoes and the cabbages. I don't think she has tomatoes. She has some more potatoes here, very lovely. And you can pretty much take them for free. They will respawn every 10 in-game days, I want to say. Can we take the money? We can, sweet. So after you've done that, make sure to simply go around all the locations that I said previously and just pick up all the stuff there, as well as check some barrels in the main cities. So I will do that, and I will get back to you guys. Alright, and we're back. So I went around the towns, like I said, and collected a bunch of lovely vegetable ingredients. So what you want to do here, obviously, then is make soup. So we're going to go to any cooking place, really, and go all the way down to here, and make vegetable soup. As you can see, restore 1 point of health, restore 1 point of stamina for 720 seconds. Now, vegetable soup has an interesting interaction, as in if you eat 9 or more at one time, your stamina just simply will not go down, because it will instantly refill, and therefore, if you do a power attack, what happens is the soup will instantly refill the stamina you lost, leaving you at perpetual 1 stamina, but you only need 1 stamina to do a heavy attack, which means you can just keep spamming heavy attacks, and therefore staggering the opponent, which is why vegetable soup is good. Also, the health regeneration is pretty nice, like 9 or 10 points per second. It's not bad at all. So we're just gonna make an ungodly amount of soup real quick. And while we're doing that, I will talk over the next part, is a weapon. Now, one-handed or two-handed, what you want is if you can get it, an absorb life enchantment somewhere, because that will help very much. And then if you have smithing leveled, obviously you will just use your strongest weapon, right? Because that makes complete sense. Now, since I don't have that, what I do have is a lot of soup. And I have a steel mace and a steel warhammer. So what I will do simply is equip my light armor piece here for a little bit more armor rating. And favorite my soups. As you can see, I have 66 vegetable soup. Very nice. That's enough for quite a long round of farming. So I did manage to procure myself one of those lovely enchantments. But the first thing we're going to do... I tested the base character with no smithing. If getting the steel smithing perk is worth it, it is simply not worth it. You get no increasing damage for it whatsoever. So doing that is completely pointless. But however, we will put 1 level on it by simply going to the grindstone. You could steal a blacksmith potion somewhere, increase it slightly a little bit more, but as you see, a one-handed and a two-handed, because this video is going in 2 parts. But all of this is the same, and then when we get to the strat for one-handed and two-handed, it will split off, and I will do 2 different parts there, obviously. But the prep is all the same, so therefore. And we'll go back to Dragon's Reach and put a absorb life enchantment on these. You don't have to, but it will make your fight much easier, because you have the healing from the vegetable soup and the healing from hitting them. So even on legendary difficulty with some armor established like I have on this character, it will be quite simple to survive against most enemies using this tactic. So what we will do is we'll go here and simply enchant our stuff with a absorb health enchantment. Very lovely. Now I will say my save file is bugged, which is annoying, because I tested some mods earlier, and for some reason that mod has caused my save file, my XP gain to be insane, even after I removed it. So I don't know why that is, but just ignore that. If you see the level ups, just ignore that. That is not relevant. Just a PSA real quick. I don't know why I did that. It was a mod regarding some locations, and that somehow fucked up my experience modifiers. Now, I have no idea how that works, because I am not a technical person, so... That being said, see, there you have your weapons. A little bit of health absorb and a little bit of damage. I have some light armor, because this is the character I used to do the light armor video. Now, your Mundus obviously should be the warrior to level up your skills faster. Now, if you do find problems with being tanky, you can also grab the Lordstone here, south of Dawnstar, to give yourself a little bit more armor and magical protection. And with that, let me see. We made the soup, we did the stuff, we did that stuff. Correct. Alright, so that is pretty much the setup part done. So now we will first go to the one-handed section and then the two-handed section. So regarding the one-handed perk points, what you want to look at is obviously these here, armspan, right? 1 and 2. That is level 20 requirement. And then the reason you use a mace is because, I will explain this now, is because the armor negate here is very good. Crit chance in Skyrim works differently, as to where crit isn't actually that good at all, because it's not double damage, it's like 0.25 more damage or something. And the bleed with war axes isn't specifically any useful at all. So you want to go maces always for optimal damage. You can get fighting stance to consume less stamina. It's not bad either. You can use it. If you have a point, you should get it. And well, dual flurry, you kind of use 2 maces. You could do that. Technically, you should use 2 weapons because you can get double the life from it as well, from power attacking. But the thing is also they will die a bit faster, so you won't get as much XP doing that. So we'll take out our lovely mace here and walk up to our local bandit. So he's getting a bit mad, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna eat some vegetable soup. 7, 8, 9, 10 soups. And as you can see, our stamina is insane here, right? Well, I fucking missed. So heavy attack him. And as you can see, our stamina regenerates so fast that we can simply heavy attack this boy into submission. And also, as you can see, we're at full health. We could do nothing. Now we can take his stuff here. And the vegetable soup stays active for a long time. See, like 12 minutes of soup, pretty much. Which I believe that is 12 minutes in real time, not 12 minutes in-game time, obviously. And I think 12 minutes in real time is, I think, like 8 or 10 hours in-game time, something like that. So let's try it against 2 people. Hello, buddy boy. Heavy attack him. And heavy attack him. As you can see, our healing from the soup and the enchantment is good enough that he cannot even damage us a lot. Well, I was actually. There we go, slap him around a bit. And see, the soup healing and the absorb life gives us so much health regen that he can't even fight back realistically. You could also just use this. A neat little trick that you can use, by the way, is you can cast it and heavy attack at the same time. So you can heavy attack and heal at the same time, like this. It's a bit of an animation bug, but it works for some reason. I don't know why, don't ask. So we will just keep going through this, see if we can fight a multitude of dudes. But as you can see, this will also make you quite tanky because it can't actually damage you a lot. Oh no. See, my soup and my absorb life is giving me a lot of damage and sustainability. You fell down, friend. But you can see the healing is pretty decent, and combine healing with restoration as well, like the healing is insane. I'll just let him hit me here a couple times to show you how good the healing is. Go on, lad. See, click healing here with the soup. And a heavy attack, he gets cooked pretty hard. And in case you don't believe this is on legendary difficulty, look, I will show you gameplay. Legendary difficulty. As you can see, this is on legendary difficulty. And you see when I'm sprinting, my stamina almost doesn't go down because of the soup. The soup gives me so much regeneration that I can just sprint indefinitely. So just heavy attack him. You want to wait till he gets up. Heavy attack him again. And again. And he just gets completely cooked. In a 1v1, they literally can't fight you. Which is very nice. There's a multitude of people up here. Hello, mate. A bandit outlaw, he's a little tankier. So here we can just... we can scam him into being perma-stunned, pretty much. By just doing this. So that's the good part about this, you can perma-stagger him, as you can see, right? Like, he can't even fight back, because I can just perpetually power attack him. Now my charge is up. So you could bring some soul gems for this. I'm just gonna... wait, I had a charge. Oh, it's R1 in this game, right? Forgot. I've been playing too much ESO. So there we go. We're getting heavy attacked by these guys. We shall simply use our soup plus a little bit of restoration to create some space. They shall chase. We're gonna hit this guy. There we go, lovely. Go back to the outlaw because he's a dangerous guy. And you can also stagger him out of animations, you see? If he tries to swing and I hit him. I can sometimes stagger him out of his swing animation, so he stops damaging. I have a loot addiction, so... As you can see, even against stronger enemies in a multitude of bandits trying to hit you in a fight, I can still win it very easily on legendary difficulty. So this guy's an archer. You can just bonk him indefinitely, pretty much. That's your best. Ah! Of course, worth noting, you should have a little bit of good armor setup going here, because mitigation obviously matters, which is why I've emphasized the lore stone earlier. There we go. And now imagine doing this when you have Daedric weapons or Dragonbone weapons. This is just with a pathetic steel weapon that doesn't actually do anything. Like, if you have a really good weapon and you use the soups, they cannot do nothing against you. You can probably walk at them naked and still destroy them. It's pretty funny. So, that is pretty much the strat for one-handed. Now we will go into the strat for two-handed. And we are back again inside of the mine on the lovely two-handed build. So, what we want to do here, obviously my two-handed is level 15, right? So even this will be a great showcase as to how, it doesn't matter how low your damage is. We'll just get 1 point into Barbarian, because that's all we have. And of course, you would again want to use a mace for armor ignoring with the Skull Crusher perk here. And the champion stance is pretty good. So we shall simply go down here and apply a little bit of murder to these fellows. That's true, the entrance isn't exactly hidden. Hello. Warhammer. And you can also move the sides to hit them in a different way. But as you can see, the two-handed is pretty good. Oh, I thought he would go on me then. Come on, lad. It's pretty much the same thing. You just have to space a bit properly, because as you can see, the animation's weird. We're bonking this guy. We're bonking him again. Still don't understand how this would break someone's neck realistically. If anyone's a doctor in the comment sections, tells me how that works, because it looks a bit strange, but that is the simplicity of it, evidently. The vegetable soup pretty much is a hard carry. The vegetable soup carries you because of the passive regeneration, allowing you to permanently do power attacks and stagger them. Running attack, bonk him. I'm gonna fall off. Curses. That's why I never do the sidestepping power attacks, because your character just gets displaced so much. Oh, they're fucking fast, alright. There we go. Now, of course, you don't have healing, and you don't have restoration here, so you have to make your hits count. Oh, that's a nice one. There we go. And of course, if you would run out of health, you can always just use weight. But as you can see, the passive healing from the soup is not too bad. It is still very lovely here. So we'll just look for the next guy who's around the corner here once again. Huh? Oh, he opened the door for me. How kind. We'll just bonk him a bit. Very nice triple hit. Oh no! The new pan touches the bacon. I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, in here also sometimes, by the way, there's also tomatoes and stuff in these sacks sometimes. Here, nice, some more tomatoes. Oh, cabbages, alright. So always make sure that you will run out of soup eventually, obviously, and only use the soup when you're doing difficult stuff. You will need to collect some more vegetables eventually. There's another boy here again. We're going to once more antagonize him. Hello, mate. And obviously you want to stagger him into... You don't want to be too early, because if you're too early, he'll just not get staggered. But you see, the Warhammer gets way better damage than the one-hander, obviously, because it's double the damage. And we'll just bonk him a little more. His friends are not coming this time. That's kind of good. Oh, they're active now. Alright. Be careful with the archer. There we go, we got him. Jump a bit to avoid getting shot. Nice melee boy should come around the corner here shortly. Nope, he's camping. Okay. Make him miss everything. And then bonk him. He takes out the dagger, that's good news because... Whoa, calm down. Because you can't stun him out of bow animations for some reason. No, 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 I will not die. I will recharge my stuff, however. We need some healing. He's not getting staggered, this boy. I'll just keep bonking him. No such thing as falling back, man. There we go, lovely. And as you can see, this was with super low two-handed. Yeah, well, as I said, my level XP thing is bugged, so I'm just going fucking 25 levels. Could go here and there, and then it would be even better. So that is the long and short. Now, I will say that bug, as far as I know, does not affect the rate at which you get weapon XP. It just amplifies your character XP for some reason. I don't know why. Like I said, I was testing a mod, and that for some reason fucked up my my leveling progression stuff, or XP gain, character XP gain. It's not profession XP gain, just character XP gain. Which is very annoying, but you get the long and short of it, how lovely the Warhammer is, and how lovely the absorb with the vegetable soup is. So, and that is the best strategy to power level this, simply because at 1 you are also very hard to kill, 2 you gain a lovely amount of XP, and 3 it is also good fun, except for having to collect all the vegetables to make soup, I guess. But soup is OP, so it's definitely worth doing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I did release the update video on Monday. If you didn't watch that yet, you should go watch it, because I will need you guys' opinions on the people that like to watch my videos or might not like to watch my videos. I was thinking about doing some form of challenge runs regarding Skyrim. I was personally thinking playing as a specific character. You know, for example, like, can you beat the game on Legendary if you're playing as Brynjolf, where you only have access to X amount of skills? For example, that should be pretty fun to do something like that. I have no concrete plans for that though. I have to plan it out still and write out a guide and all that, how that would work. If you find that interesting, yes, no, leave a comment. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I also said in the update video I will not be playing Oblivion, because for me it's not worth it. It's just a visual overhaul for the same game with the same bugs, same exploits. There's a lot of Oblivion content on the internet already. So I shall not waste time in making content for that. So if you found this video remotely entertaining, enjoyable, helpful, funny, and all that, leave a comment, subscribe, and until the next one, guys, take care.